Week of October 28th, a few days till Halloween. Just got out of a movement medicine class this evening, facilitated by a friend, Drew Temple, amazing woman, amazing teacher, amazing dancer. And it's such a beautiful experience as I allow myself to explore movement more and more throughout the course of my life. I've never really taken any classes, but for me, it's about allowing my body to move in a joyful way, in an intuitive way, because I understand more and more as I allow myself to take movements. I am shedding, I am releasing, I am unleashing, I am becoming a new version of myself as I allow myself to take joyful movements. So it's such a blessing for these classes, these experiences, and for me to be able to, go out to them. And my experience is, with this class, I'm usually the only male in the class. But that's something I've gotten used to over the years. Since my early 20s, I've been going to workshops, classes, what have you, and being the only one of my kind, the only male, the only young person, the only Asian, the only immigrant. So for me, it's been a process of allowing myself to take up space in spaces and groups where previously I would have been terrified to be. That certainly has been a huge challenge earlier in life, throughout my school, throughout K to 12, especially after coming to North America and into my teens. That anxiety and that self-consciousness just increased drastically more and more, especially into junior high and high school. So it's been a real healing experience for me since my early 20s of just allowing myself to, just be comfortable with my anxiety and the fear that comes up when I go into unknown situations with unknown groups of people, with people I don't know, and especially allowing myself to dance and move. I may judge myself as not looking the best always, but then that's also a healing process, to not need to judge myself and compare myself. So it's such a blessing, dance, movement, grooving to music that moves you deep from within. It's been another day of new experiences for myself as well, as I started reading. I was reading tarot at a new shop today in Steveston, Richmond, Serendipity's backyard. It's my first time reading tarot there. I've been reading tarot at a metaphysical boutique and tarot studio in Gastown, Vancouver for over a year now. Yeah, since September 2017. I, just kind of took that leap of faith and took a job reading tarot. And frankly, before taking that job, I only read tarot for just a handful of people, and it was just kind of online. And it was people I met from a spiritual retreat. So to have leaped in there, and after a year now, I'm just really confident in my ability to, use tarot and oracle cards as a tool to help bring in guidance, allow my intuition to be activated and to express myself as I connect and allow myself to experience and hold space for others to experience. And experience of allowing truth and energy and messages to come through that may or may not resonate. So it's that process of building faith in that there is a higher power, a power outside of your own mind or ego that maybe is in support of you. And my whole journey of this awakening journey that I know now more and more that I've chosen in my life is a process of unfoldment, of realizing, yes, I am evolution. I am the life that connects all the life that has come before into creating all the life that will come into expression, into creation, into the future, which is what I believe we all are, right? That process of evolution. Consciousness in evolution in human form. And to be human is to be a warrior, is to be, a transformer of energies. Just like as I dance, I am transforming old energies and expressing in new ways, and I'm releasing and unleashing what is ready to be let go so I can feel lighter and newer. So it was really great reading Tarot at the new shop. Something just a few years ago I never thought I would do. But that's also a beautiful process of discovery that I am recognizing more and more is the great opportunity and blessing of this life, of a human life, to recognize that you get to create a new version of yourself anytime, in any moment. But it's that willingness to explore. And just recognizing the medicine I've allowed myself in order to heal myself, to give me the strength and the courage to explore and to continue exploring and expressing. It's fascinating. Yeah, and this past week, also been looking for a place to rent, as the house my partner Saoirse and I are renting has been sold. So we've begun the process of looking for a new home. But it's funny how, compared to this time about a year and a half ago, when we were first told to leave our previous rental property, there was such a panic and an urgency and that fear of whether we can find another home. And being in the Vancouver, British Columbia market here, one of the most expensive real estate rental situations in the world, frankly, where the prices are just jacked sky high due to the demand, due to just all the things that have affected this area, this city, for the past decade or so. But it's that trust, that we will be guided to what is best for us, and we will, as we have learned, to make the best of things. As part of what I learned in the dance class this evening is, there was one time we were sharing, and each person had the blessing to volunteer to dance in front of the group to a piece of music. And at first, when I went up to dance in front of the group, the song that was played, I didn't resonate with. But I started moving and allowing myself to feel into the music, and then when the lyrics started, allowing myself to connect with what resonated. And it was a beautiful experience, which helps me reflect on, that's been very indicative and a reflection of my experience over the last 3.5 years since moving to Vancouver, in that it was nothing like what I expected. Coming to Vancouver, being inspired by readings in Calgary after living in Calgary, Alberta for 23 years, and being inspired to move to Vancouver with nothing waiting for me here. None of it was what I expected, what my ego or my imagination conjured up for me to visualize. But I've learned that sometimes that's what life is offering you. That old saying, make lemonades out of the lemons you're given. But that's a process of learning how to dance with it, how to love unconditionally, how to accept unconditionally. And over the course of my 3.5 years of learning to dance with the partners, with the rhythms and the music that I found, but at first may not have been familiar with or quite resonated with, but that willingness to start moving with it, everything, it can be an acquired taste. And especially when it comes to love and freedom and the challenge and the healing that is needed in order to really let go and surrender to the beauty that is presented to you. Everything can be an acquired taste. And for me, freedom and authenticity certainly has been a choice to acquire the taste of. And as I do, it is becoming more invigorating. Yeah, it's been a beautiful week. Just like all weeks has its challenges, but has many great blessings and beauties to share. So thanks very much. Have a great week.